What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been about 2 years, I want to say, since I filmed. So let me just get you up to date really quick. COVID happened and it was just very hard to film. Our family went through a lot. Thank God we are all in good health. I hope all of you are in good health. But I am back. So today's review is going to be on Universal's Endless Summer Dockside Inn. I'm going to be doing a review on the hotel itself. My husband, our 3 kids, and I, we went there for a vacation. And honestly, we were disappointed, guys. I'm not going to lie. So when we got there, it was about 10:30 in the morning. We had an early flight, left Jersey at 6 a.m., got to Orlando at about 8:30. By the time we got the rental, our luggage, we got to the hotel about 10:30. So when we got in, they let us know that our rooms were not ready yet. They had to be cleaned, etc. You know, the whole drill. So we checked in, and they pretty much told us that check-in could be any time between 4 to 4:30. But they said that they were gonna try to get us our room early, that everybody had checked out on time. And we were kind of looking forward to getting into our rooms, obviously. 6 a.m. flight with 3 kids. Yeah, we definitely were looking forward to getting into our room. The unfortunate thing is we waited and we waited and we waited. Now, normally I wouldn't have minded, but they sent me a message asking me if I would like a upgraded room. And when I asked if the upgraded room would be available right away, they had said yes, it would be, but it would be for a higher charge. So I kind of already felt at that point that they were trying to upsell us, that they didn't care about getting us into the room itself. All they wanted was for us to pay for this upgraded room that would be ready. Obviously, we're not going to pay for the upgraded room. We were barely going to be there. We were there for Disney and to have a great vacation. A lot of the times you don't really spend that much time in the hotel room. So we asked them when our room would be ready. They let us know that all they were waiting on is the cleaning crew to get into our room to clean it. So we waited until about, I want to say 1:30, and that's when my husband and I were just kind of like, what's going on, you know? We explored the hotel. When you walk in, the hotel's nice. Yes, it looks big, it smells great, the staff is friendly upon arrival. They did have a small guest shop that we checked out. There's nothing crazy. Everything you could find in Universal Studios, you would find in there. They did let us know that there was an arcade, 2 pools, 2 different towers. So we kind of were just hanging out. I mean, they told us we could go in the pool, but we did not have a room to change into our bathing suits, obviously. We drove around, we went and got lunch, and we got back to the hotel around 2:30. Now, at this point, I'm getting very irritated. What's going on? You know, people are coming in after we did and getting into their room before us. It just seemed very unorganized. And they kept saying about how they needed the employees to clean the room. Well, when you're sitting in a waiting room in the middle of the lobby for, 3-4 hours at a time with your kids who are excited, and, you pay money for this, guys. You pay money to get into the hotel. You pay money for the experience, and you're sitting in the hotel lobby for, the first 4.5 hours of your trip when you could be outside with your kids, in the pool, having a great time. We couldn't do that. We were just waiting. And I think the really frustrating part of it all was we're sitting there being told that we're waiting for the right amount of employees, and as we're waiting, we see the employees with their cleaning carts and they're sitting in the lobby just talking to each other. So I mean, for us, that kind of, it sucked, We tried to be patient as we could. And finally, after texting for a 4th time asking about our room, they had said, okay, your rooms are ready. So we were in Tower 1 on the 9th floor. And the room, I want to say that the rooms were nice. I mean, they were just your standard room. You're going to Universal Studio Hotel, you're paying extra money for that, and you kind of feel like you could have just booked an average hotel and got there. So, I mean, we were just grateful to be in the room. Now, I will say, the walls were super thin. So when you see other reviews on this hotel, guys, listen about the walls. They were super, super thin. And you could hear everything. You could hear people walking down the hall. You could hear families in the rooms above you, kids in the room below you. It was just very, very thin. They did give you your basic amenities. You did have your shampoo, your conditioner, your soap. They did refill the towels upon whenever, you know, we requested it. They did do turn down service, so they did, you know, make our beds up and make sure that everything was taken care of on that note. But I think that we were very excited for the arcade too. And I will warn you guys ahead of time, especially the parents out there that are trying to get this hotel and saying, oh, well, my kids are going to love the arcade. If you're not in Tower 2, you don't see that arcade. We were in Tower 1 and there were no arcades over there, so we did not go to the arcade one time. Now, the cafeteria. I will say the cafeteria was a little pricey. You have a family of 5, it was a little pricey, and for the quality of food you got, it wasn't worth the price. I'll be completely honest. We did go our second night down to the cafeteria to get desserts. We wanted to, you know, we had a sweet tooth. The kids kind of were like, hey, let's get cookies, let's get donuts. So we did go down there. I was really honestly disappointed because I have a really big sweet tooth, guys. I love cakes, cookies, cupcakes, sugar, candy, any of that stuff I'm down for 100%. And you got to think, we're on vacation, we want to enjoy that, right? It wasn't good. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be as nice as I can, but it just wasn't good. The food also, I had breakfast there one morning and it just wasn't it, guys. The reviews you see are true. We definitely like to give things the benefit of the doubt, and my husband and I, we try to travel as much as we can, and we like going to different places because we like the experience. And we were just, when we booked the hotel in the beginning, we booked through Priceline. And we had this hotel, the Universal one, and we had a different hotel, which was like a generic basic, you know, Hilton regular hotel. And we were really on the fence about which one we wanted to do, but for the kids, we wanted to make it exciting, and we wanted to book the Universal one thinking that it came with the additional perks since it came with a higher price, and it just didn't. I'm sorry, it just didn't. And, you know, the thing that really got us too is there's hidden fees. When you book the Universal Endless Summer Dockside Inn, guys, know that you guys are going to be paying $15 a day for parking. They don't tell you that. They also ask for a deposit for your rooms when you go to check in. And they don't tell you that either. They kind of hint around the fact that you get checked in at, 4:30 and you check out at 11:30. So in my opinion, and my husband agreed with me, when you're supposed to be checking into a hotel, you're supposed to be staying there for the night. You want the 24 hours. Well, if you're there for one night, guys, you don't get that 24 hours. Check-in at 4:30, check-out's at 11:30, and they make sure that they are on it sharp. Now, the key cards, they were cute. I'm not gonna lie, the key cards were cute. They came with different, characters on them for each person in the room. Now, they have the adults, obviously have the key cards that open the doors and control the lighting. Now, we were told that you have to enter your key card into a patch, and that's how the lighting works. Then you could turn on the lights. It's almost like a control switch. But Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Not a big deal, you know. Lights, you could turn it on, turn it off. It wasn't a big deal for us, but I will note that for you guys. And you do have to bring your key cards with you to exit and enter the parking lot. So they gave us a hard time if, you know, you didn't have your key card and you tried to enter the parking lot. You had to like fill something out and press a bunch of buttons. It was just a hard time. You wouldn't expect it when you're paying the extra money for, you know, I mean, you want that experience, right? So I will say that aside from those key points, the points that we did like, we loved the pool. The pool area was my favorite. I mean, I got so burnt beyond belief. I was gonna go get a tattoo while we were down there. Forget that idea, man. Between us going to Disney and us being in the pool most of the time, there was no way that was gonna happen. I was burnt. My kids were burnt. We put sunscreen on. I don't, because I like to tan, but we put sunscreen on the kids, and even they came back burnt. So the pool area was our favorite. I mean, it was so nice. You see the pictures, and it looks just like the pictures. Like the sand is laid out. You have the beach chairs. The pool is a good size. They have lifeguards. They do have a bar. And I did have a daiquiri at the bar, and it was pretty good. My husband had a margarita. He said it was good, but they were pricey too. I'm not gonna lie. It just, my personal review and my personal opinion on it, especially if your parents and you're watching this, you know, and you feel like, hey, it's for the experience for the kids, I wouldn't recommend it. I'll be honest. If you're, you know, teenagers or a couple and you're going to the park, why not? I mean, they do give you free transportation to and from the park. So that was the good thing, but we weren't going to Universal. Our daughter is 5 and she's still too young to go on all the rides over there, so it wouldn't be very worth it for us. But yeah, I will say that, man, I was disappointed. I really was. You know, you get excited to go to a vacation. You know, you work hard for your money, right? And you want the best experience, and we just didn't have that. Even from the point of going there to check in, it was a very disappointing experience. And I know it wasn't only for us. Like, I promise you guys, we really are not picky. We try to give everybody and everything the benefit of the doubt, and we'll try everything at least once. But even the lobby was jam-packed with people just waiting. And it kind of sucked, you know. You could see everybody getting frustrated. Especially you have kids that are excited to be there and be on vacation, and when your kids are looking at you and they're kind of like, Mom, Dad, you know, you said we're on vacation, what are we doing? You don't have answers for them. Nobody has answers for you, but then you see the employees that you're waiting on just talking in the lobby, and you're kind of like, damn, like, are we priority, you know? So I will definitely recommend you avoid the Endless Summer Dockside Inn by Universal Studios. I definitely would say maybe we haven't tried a Disney hotel. We are looking into trying one. But after that experience, we're kind of timid too, because, you know, you pay the extra $1, you expect the extra stuff, and then you get disappointed. You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. We were so excited when we booked this hotel. And, you know, it's very rare for, especially my husband. My husband loves traveling. If you guys know Breggy, which is my husband, you guys know that he loves to travel. That man barely complains about anything. And he even said that he was disappointed and that we would not be returning back to, you know, Dockside Inn. So I will say that they tried to upgrade us. They wanted to upcharge us. There were hidden fees. If you try to catch an early flight, which most people do when they're going on vacation, you will wait. If you see the perks, which is the arcades and stuff like that, if you're not in Tower 2, you really don't get to experience that perk. You know, nobody's gonna go from one side all the way to the other side just for an arcade to go back to the one side to get to your room. The laundry facility. I always, every single time we go on vacation, just for my peace of mind and my sanity, because I don't want to come home from vacation and have to do, you know, 5 loads of laundry for all of us. So I do always wash all of our clothes before we leave the hotel. And the laundry facility was decent. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little pricey. You spend $3 for each machine. But the machines worked, which thank God, because we've had hotels where the machines have not worked. And, you know, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning while my family's sleeping and trying to air dry clothes. So that's one plus. It did work, you know, and it dried everything, washed everything. I was good to go. So for the beds were decent. I mean, nothing crazy. I will say that, you know, I've seen prior reviews as well, prior to me doing this one, and the blankets and sheets are definitely thin. So I would prepare for that. Like, I always bring blankets for my kids for the airplane. So luckily I had the extra blankets on hand, and my kids were thankful for that because they used their blankets on top of the blankets provided on the bed. So I don't know, guys. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you guys had had a better experience, maybe let me know. Drop a comment down below and tell me what you guys thought. But I'm just trying to save a few people from spending the money and having that disappointment. So if you guys would please like, share, subscribe, and I will be back with more reviews. Bye, guys.